coming around the mountain. Yeah, I'm going to do a Beatles review. I'm a pretty big Beatles fan, as you can see. But I'm not going to go into a half hour of analysis, what I think, this, that. I'm going to give a pretty quick review, and then you can move on to the next video. Ranking 13 original Beatles albums. 13 through number 1. And the first album here in the countdown is Yellow Submarine at number 13 for obvious reasons. Too much George Martin and not enough Beatles. Definitely their weakest release. Maybe of all time. I'm not sure, but very weak album, but still listenable. At number 12, we're going to go with the Beatles, 1963. Good album, but not a great album. I like it. It's got a lot of good rockers on there. Pretty fast moving album. Number 12. At number 11, I am going to go with 1970 Let It Be. I like this album. It's a good album, but it's not a great album. It is their last album, released in 1970. Recorded in '69. But yeah, it's a fine album. 1970, Let It Be. 13, 12, 11. So we're going to go number 10 now on the list. We're going to go with A Hard Day's Night. It's number 10. This is a great album, in my opinion. This is the Beatles in their prime. You can't go wrong with this record. It's awesome. Not their best album for sure, but a really good album. At number 9, we're gonna go with Please Please Me, their debut album. I really like this album. It's pretty impressive debut. I think it's a great album. Not much more I can say. They were on the move. Number 9. Number 8, I'm going to go with the Help album. Great album. Not really a bad track on there. And Beatles again in their prime. And really good album. Excellent album. At number 7, I'm going to go with the Beatles for Sale. This is an underrated album in my opinion. A lot of Beatles fans clobber this album, but I think it's really good. I love it. I love every song on here practically. Even the covers, I really like the covers on here. And the original songs are awesome. That's a great album. Beatles for Sale. Number 7. Number 6 now. I'm going to go with Magical Mystery Tour. That album there is fantastic. I mean, there's only 11 songs, but every song is awesome. I mean, it's a really good album. I mean, the Beatles were pretty adventurous at this point. I mean, anything goes at that point after Sgt. Pepper. All right, number 6. I'm going to go with Rubber Soul. This album, I like this album a lot. I really like it a lot. I think it's a great album. It's their best album to this point, but I think it's overrated. A lot of fans think that this is the best album they ever did. I think it's a great album, but they had much more interesting records in the later years. But still a great album. Number 5, Rubber Soul. Number 4, we're going to go with Revolver. This album, you can argue that this is their best album. This is fantastic. I mean, every song is great. I mean, it's just it's amazing. I mean, you could make an argument that is their best album. At number 3, I'm going to go with Sgt. Pepper. You know, when you play this album as a whole, it's mind-blowing. If you take it track for track, it's not as powerful. But when you play the album as a whole, Sgt. Pepper is one of the greatest rock albums, you know, of all time. No question. Number 2, I'm going to go with Abbey Road. This album is a masterpiece. I mean, it could definitely fall. It could definitely be counted as one of their best of all time. But for me, it's number 2. And number 1, I'm going to go with the White Album. That's my favorite album of the Beatles. Probably because it was less George Martin and more Beatles. He took a vacation and wasn't around for a lot of the sessions, from what I know. And I just love it. It's an adventurous album. It's an art record. It's not a proper album. That's what makes it great. I mean, every track for me is great. You know, even the short songs and Revolution 9. It's all great. So that's my take of it. The Beatles rankings 1 through 13. And thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.